Hi everyone. So today we'll be talking about ratios. So what are ratios? So ratios are a relationship or a comparison. We can say comparison or relationship between two or more quantities. Okay. So to have a ratio, we need to have more than one thing. So there are different ways of presenting the ratios. Oh, we'll learn more about, and this will make more sense once we go further into the class. So here we'll try to understand this with the help of an example. So what you see on the left are different kinds of shapes. We have stars, circles, and squares. Okay. So we have to find the ratio of different things. Okay. So there are two ways of presenting a ratio. So when we are talking about ratios, we always say, like, you know, apples to oranges or stars to squares. So what is the ratio? Ratio of stars to square, or the ratio of stars to circles. Okay. So we always use the word to talk about ratio. Okay. And it can be presented in different forms. So let's start with the first one. So what does it say? What is the ratio of stars to squares? So stars to squares. So stars are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 stars here, and ratio we present by a colon. Okay. And how many squares do we have? 5. So we'll say the ratio of stars to squares is 6 ratio 5, or 6 is to 5. And there's another way to present it is 6 by 5. Okay. So we can present it in any form, and it can be presented in different forms, but we need to identify that both of them refer to as ratios. Okay. So let's do the next thing. So the next is ratio of squares to stars. Okay. So now we might think that, oh, we just did it, we did stars to squares. But no, it's completely different. So in ratio, the order of things, okay, is very important. So the ratio of stars to square is not the same as squares to stars. Okay, so let's see what does this mean. So how many squares do we have? 5. And how many stars do we have? We counted 6. So depending on the order of things, the ratio will be different. So stars to squares is 6 ratio 5, and squares to star is 5 to 6. Okay. So keep that in mind. Okay. Now, what is the ratio of stars to circles? So we have 6 stars, and how many circles do we have? 3. And we can also say 6 by 3. Then what is the ratio of circles to square? So circles are 3 and squares are 5. So 3 ratio 5. Now, what is the ratio of squares to the all shapes? So squares we have 5, and how many shapes do we have in total? 6 stars plus 3 circles, 9, plus 5 squares. So it makes it 14. So the ratio of squares to all shapes will be 5 ratio 14. And now, what is the ratio of circles to stars? So circles are 3 and stars are 6. So what is the ratio of stars to all shapes? So stars are 6 and all the shapes we counted are 14. Then circles to all shapes. So there are 3 circles and total shapes are 14. Okay, and we can also write 3 by 14. Then squares to circles. So squares are 5 and circles are 3. Okay, so we've done all the different possible combinations uh, of these shapes to help you better understand what does ratio mean and what does different orders signify. So I hope this is clear. If you have any questions, please write down in the comments below. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video.